And we are live. Oh my gosh. I see it in the corner. Wow. Amazing. And I am so excited that this is the first Facebook Live that I am having with you to create this space with you with this whole new platform from which has been created. And I know the way live works here. I have to wait for people to show up, but I'm not going to wait. I'm going to start anyway because there's no beginning to end or end to any of this. And I want to acknowledge, first of all, in case you're not aware, I'm Dr. Sarah. And this is referred to as Free and Clear Fridays. And it's part of a space that I have been looking to create for a long time and to connect with you and bring you some really cool things, tools, spaces, places that you may have not had available before. But we're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it light. And at the same time, come from a place where, yeah, let's explore what is heavy for you and what you may be dealing with day to day. And there are some tools that can be really helpful in that. And I'm going to be that. And I'm choosing that. Now, this first week, this first Free and Clear Friday, it's really what's led up to this for me is the beginning of the week, I've launched into this whole new space of creation, bringing you all these new things, new TikTok, new Facebook, new, website. But what it really is, what excites me the most is that you and I get to connect in a whole new way that hasn't been available before. This has been a year in the making, to say the least, maybe an entire lifetime or more, really, if truth be told. But I am just so looking forward to seeing what this can actually be for us and what you would like to create as well. Now, I'm noticing in where I'm located here that I'm not seeing comments, but maybe there aren't any comments yet. But I'm going to just let's see what we have going on here. I just want to make sure I'm getting everything I require. Let's see. All right. I may be able to pick up on some of your comments from different another space, even on my phone. So anyway, if I am or not, this first Facebook Live is really going to be about sharing with you the topic of the week, which is basically clearing energies that don't belong to you. Now, what's really interesting about this is that we tend to, as beings, pick up on so much going on around us, so many heavy thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and it may not always be heavy. We're picking up on things all the time. However, a lot of times we get stuck in heavy things like situations or other people's, I like to call it drama and trauma. Now, I don't know if you can relate to that at all. I happen to be around certain humans that may bring that to the table. And the key thing is, really, the key thing is to not get bogged down or trapped or caught up in that in a way that's going to limit you. And that's where I come in to have some cool ways to navigate that. And the other thing that this is going to be great for, these Facebook Lives, is that, and on Fridays in particular, is that you may find yourself during the week building up all this maybe negative energy, and you don't really have a place to release it. Well, this is the place we can do it together. So you can bring something to the table, like you can share on comments like there's something heavy, or you're just noticing it for yourself and you share it. And the key thing is, and I'm noticing that once I put it on live on my phone, I'm going to have to mute it. So I'm going to see if I can do that. Okay. And let me just check on how to do this. Thank you for your patience, guys. So anyway, I'm aware that this space here can contribute to you getting clear of what you are picking up on. So just a little statistic, just a little one, which is really a major one, to say the least. The major piece here is that 98%, if not more, of our thoughts, feelings, and emotions don't belong to us. Yep, 98%, if not more, don't belong to us. So what do you do with that? Like, wow, like you're picking up on things that you think are yours, but they're not. And you're probably didn't even know that you're making it yours when they're not, again. And I'm here to say that there is a way to clear that. And the way you can clear it is there's this really cool tool, and it's you simply ask a question. And the question in this case is, who or what does this belong to? Who or what does this belong to? It's a question that you're not looking for the answer, but you're tuning into whatever's heavy and you ask that question. Now you may get a hit on, oh, well, this belongs to Mary, my coworker, or, oh, wow, my dad, or, who knows? You may get a hit on it, although you may not as well. So it doesn't matter either way. And it may not even be a person. It could be a situation. Sometimes we're picking up on earth energy. It just depends. So if that's the case, you ask the question, who or what does this belong to? And then what you do, simply say, is return to sender with consciousness, return to sender with consciousness, return to sender with consciousness. And if it lightens up, it's not yours. And this is something you can use over and over again. In fact, there's like an accumulative effect. Now, if it doesn't lighten up, keep using it for now. And there's another tool that I'm going to share with you next time. In fact, it's part of the topic of the week, which will be a surprise because you only find out about the topic of the week in the newsletter. So again, if you haven't signed up for that, I would love for you to join because it gives you a little inside scoop on things. Anyways, back to the tool. So if you are in a space where you're picking up on this energy, you ask the question, who or what does this belong to? And you simply say, return to sender with consciousness. I like to say it 3 times because it seems to do the trick. Like by the 3rd time, it's like, oh, okay, I can have a little more ease on this. A little more ease. Wow. Okay. Now go back to my life and go back to whatever I was doing. Or I'll ask a question. There's a lot of places you can go from there, especially if you're not in someone else's energy. So those of us who tend to be the sensitive beings, the ones that are, aware of a lot of things, we need tools like this as a way to function and to have more ease. The people doing drama trauma, we won't name names, but maybe. They tend to be what I refer to as the human flavor or very human energy, that they're the ones that don't really mind the drama trauma or being stuck in their story, or you probably know some types like that. But what if it doesn't matter now? You can just be aware and be clear of their energy and whatever is not serving you. So I wonder what can that create? And oh my goodness, and I'm actually seeing that there is a comment. And I'm seeing comments because this is new to me, even doing Facebook Live. So thank you guys for being holding space for me. And this is one thing you'll notice about me as Dr. Sarah, okay? And even the Dr. Sarah experience. This is about living it. I'm the real deal. I don't sugarcoat. I'll call it like it is. I will be in a space of acknowledging what things have worked for me, what other things don't work. I'm happy to use myself as an example, and that there's really no area that we cannot explore together. That's what's exciting about this. And I'm someone, and I do this work with clients, actually. I have a day job. I am a clinical psychologist. I do work with people individually. But what I'm willing to be is the energy that it takes to create something greater. And I will tap into your energies and look to that as a way to show up authentically me to you. So I don't know if this makes any sense. Some of it may make sense to some of you. Others, you'll get used to me. But we're in this together, and I'm here to contribute to you in so many ways, in different ways, and you're here to contribute to me, which I'm so grateful for. So again, I use these tools, and in fact, the Return to Sender all the time. And there's different ways to use it. There's different, formulas, and they do come from this question in this space is a systematic approach called Access Consciousness. And I'm an Access Consciousness facilitator as well. But these are tools. It's a system. It's up to us, the beings, to use them. And I realized that by being it, you create it. So when we're clear, like using this Return to Sender with consciousness and clearing our energy and clearing our space, there's so much more ease available. There's just so much more ease. And it takes some practice sometimes if you're not used to doing it, because this reality certainly is not designed for those of us who are very highly aware and into this, what I call picking up on energy. It's more designed for the people who are into the drama trauma. And this is another topic for another time. And I'm using generals. And some of you may want to plug in the words, especially if you know some of the language I use already. But I'm going to give you like little dosages of these different ways of being and not bombard you too much all at once. So the other thing you're going to notice is, wow, like I like humor. I don't know about you, but humor is such an amazing tool that can be a contribution to clearing and you have an ease. And you notice that I kind of like half laugh at all of this because it's very entertaining to me, this reality and what we're picking up on. And what it does, it helps us remove ourselves from the density and the intensity of things and allows us to really get more of a space around it to see it clearly. And I'm noticing, thanks Dennis for sharing a post here, a comment about, and I'll just read it real quick since they'll even continue the conversation here about Return to Sender with Consciousness has been an amazing tool for me. I realize how much of others people's energy I have been carrying, and now I have a way to unpack it and stop carrying the load, plus send good energy back. I love that. That's like a perfect synopsis of what I've just been saying. So thank you for sharing that. And that's spot on. It really does. It creates this space for us to have more ease and see it clearly. And I love this point that you're mentioning, Dennis, and that is that we're contributing by returning it to them. We have this mindset in this reality that, oh my gosh, we can't call anything out. And if I'm saying something, I must be judging someone else. No, sometimes calling out the energy and clearing it and returning it is a contribution for the other person, not just for yourself. So it's really a win-win. You get clear of it yourself, you sending it back to them doesn't hinder them, it's their energy to begin with, but you're adding consciousness to it. So it really gets it going and clearing on a lot of levels. And wow, it's just so amazing to really be at this point. And I'm so grateful to be able to come on and share with you and have some things to, I call it, play with and to explore. And you may notice this week that I posted a lot because I'm looking to get all this out there for you to have, for me to connect with you in whatever way works for you, because we are individuals. We may aim to create greater in the world, certainly, and have like the sense of light oneness with others, but we have to be it ourselves and contribute to ourselves too. So every time you clear something for you, it contributes to you and to those around you and to the world and to the universe and beyond. So my awareness, though, it has to start with us in our own being, in our own way, and not to be trite about you have to, this mainstream kind of, you have to love yourself. Well, yeah, love can be a contribution, My way of kind of like upgrade it a little bit is you have to be yourself, be the energy you are. Because can you imagine me coming on here and then I start thinking about what I'm going to say to you and I'm not being the energy of me with you? You'd be like, turn this person off. What in the world is she saying? So that is not going to work. Well, first of all, it doesn't work for me. It's not how I roll. And it doesn't work when it comes to living consciously and being present with other beings. Like I'm tapping into all your energies right now, the ones watching now, the ones in the future, the ones that would like to receive this at any point. I'm willing to be that. And I'm willing to be that energy and full circle back to, if I started thinking, I would talk like, wow, I hope everyone's having a nice day today. What is heavy for you? I wonder. And here are some tools that you could try. Can you imagine? I would drive myself crazy. So I'm giving you an example of what you can be by being the energy that you are without getting stuck in the limitation. And this has only begun, my beings of magnitude or amazing beings that you be. This is just the first, first week of infinite possibilities. And this is not even a first. This is just now. I'm being this now with you. And really, the possibilities are endless, truly endless. And we're going to figure out what this looks like every time. And I'm going to show up different times in different ways. Maybe jump on in the middle of the week sometimes on a Facebook Live or somewhere else live. But you being this is such a gift to me that you're even watching this and showing up to this, that you're willing to look at something greater or be something greater and choose to be all of you. It just lights me up in a way that I really have no words for. So let's consider this a being now. And the beginning of being is really a being now, so to speak. And I'm curious, really, really curious to know what else is possible. And so I am being the invitation for you to join me and to do clearing. So we're going to be using this space to clear. So let's say something shows up over the weekend, or let's say even into next week, and you're like, oh my gosh, know that you can come on this Facebook Live, share it. You're welcome to write it in the comments. You're welcome to share it just to yourself, and we'll do the clearing. So even right now, so Christina, thank you for sharing that. Like opening myself up to possibilities today, consciously doing this has been so light. I could have easily been a heavy day, but instead such a positive light one. Oh my gosh. Wow. See, being it and choosing it, how does it get any better than this? And that's exactly what you wrote. And that's the question that we're going to look at too, and play with some more. A lot of these questions we're going to look at. So what if we right now, because I'm going to stay on a few minutes extra, and I just knew this was going to happen. How am I going to keep to 15, 20 minutes? Probably near impossible, but who cares? I'll stay on for longer because this is what it creates, and I'm going to be this with you. So what if we all tap into right now anything that's been heavy for you during the week? Okay, thank you. Whew. There's a charge to that. So just be present with that for a moment. And now let's take that energy and let's ask the question. So who or what does this belong to? Who or what does this belong to? Okay? So let's be with that. And now let's return to center with consciousness. Return to center with consciousness. Return to center with consciousness. One more time. Return to center with consciousness. Wow. So what do you notice? And what may happen is more comes up. You may clear it, and now something else shows up where you can return to center with consciousness again. And keep using the tool. Keep using it over and over again from now until the next time we meet, where I'll share another tool. But I'll be sharing it actually on Monday. You will get it on Monday and start using this next tool. But I'm going to, on the next Facebook Live, the Free and Clear Fridays with Dr. Sarah, I'm going to share with you more specifically a part of the tool that's more of a custom version of it. So you don't want to miss it because that's not going to be until the Facebook Live. I want to do it live so you can get the full effect of what that tool is. But in the meantime, use the version that is going to be available. And you may know it already if you're playing with the tools already or been playing with me a little bit already. So whatever it is, just be with it and use this return to sender along with the new one until, next week. So I wonder, amazing beings, because I love referring to you guys as that, because you are amazing beings, like so amazing. How did I get to be so lucky to connect with you? But so I wonder what else is possible now. And we're going to figure that out and create that together and choose that together. And in the meantime, again, just keep clearing your energy. And I would really love to hear from you of anything you notice from using the tools. So I am available, you could say, or you can find me on Facebook. I have a brand new Facebook page, which is called the Dr. Sarah Experience with Dr. Sarah. You can look for that. And there's also the new website. You can go on there and read up on some things and post there, but also on TikTok as well as Instagram. All that information should be available in the posts that I've done already, or go on some posts and share. I seriously would love to hear from you. Wow. Well, thank you for being you, for being the amazing being that you be. And I will look forward to seeing you, of course, in the meantime, in all these different areas, but here next week on the Dr. Sarah, Free and Clear Fridays with me. That's what it is. And I'm going to leave it with what else is possible now. All right. I appreciate and adore you all. Bye for now.